Good morning, my Hornets. How are you today? I am going to be talking to you today about fractions and equivalent fractions. How to find them, how to make them, how to find a missing piece of them. Okay, so we've talked about last week, we talked about fractions and how they are just parts of a whole. If I have 2/3 of something, it doesn't mean that I have the whole piece. It means I have just a part of it. Okay, so equivalent fractions, what does that really mean? Okay, equivalent fractions means equal value. The two fractions have an equal value. So if I have a pizza and I have two pizzas. I have 1/2 of one and I have 1, 2, 3, 6 of another. I have the same amount. They have equal value. Okay, one's in 1/2, one's in 3/6, but they have an equal value. All right, so if I want to find equivalent fractions, how do I go about doing that? All right, pretty easy. When we have a fraction, we have the numerator, which is the top number, and the denominator, which is the bottom number. So if I want to find an equivalent fraction, I just multiply the numerator and the denominator by the exact same number. So if I have 1/2 and I multiply the numerator by 2, the denominator by 2, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So I have 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4. All right? And that works any way to get an equivalent fraction. I have 3/8 and I want to make an equivalent fraction. All right? I can choose any number. Let's multiply each by 4. Okay? So if I multiply the numerator by 4 and the denominator by 4, 3 times 4 I know is 12. 8 times 4 I know is 32. So 3/8 has the equal value of 12/32. 30 seconds, however you want to say it. Now, my friends, this is where knowing your facts is so important. Okay, you guys are home for a couple weeks. Spend some time learning your facts. It is going to help you. You really need to know these, all right? Because that makes this stuff so much easier, all right? Now, I'm going to do one more of these. They're pretty easy, aren't they? So let's do 5/6. I have 5/6. It's almost a whole, isn't it? 5/6, and I want to find an equivalent fraction. I'm going to multiply my numerator by 5, my denominator by 5. To get my equivalent fraction, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. So 5/6 has the equivalent fraction of 25/30. Easy. All right. Now, I'm going to get a little harder. You can use any number to do that too. If you want to multiply by 100, you can multiply by 100. 5 times 100 is 500. 6 times 100 is 600. So 5/6 would have the same value as 500 600ths. So it works with any numbers, how you find your equivalent fractions. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do next week, maybe some of you have already come across this in Prodigy or MobyMax. I'm going to be putting some worksheets in Classroom that I'm going to have you guys work on. It's finding the missing number, all right? So if I have a fraction of 3/4 and I know in my equivalent fraction, my denominator is 12, but I don't know what my numerator is. So how do I go about figuring that out? Well, I have to figure out how many 4s are in 12. What was it they multiplied by to get that? So I can do the division problem. 12 Oh, I'm writing upside down. Divided by 4. Or if you just know your facts, again, easy peasy if you know your facts. I know there are 3 4s and 12s, so they multiplied this by 3. If I multiplied my denominator by 3, in order to find my x, or my missing number up here, I multiply this by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So 3/4 equals 9/12. All right? Again, facts, facts, facts. They are your best friend when you're doing this stuff, I'm telling you, okay? So, let's do a couple more, all right? How about 4/7? Ew, Miss Man, those are ugly numbers. It's okay. We can do this. Equal no, I'm going to do it this way. Equals 16 something. Now again, how many 4s? That's not a very good 6. How many 4s are in 16? 16 divided by 4, I know my facts. 4 times 4 is 16. So I can multiply by 4. If I multiplied my numerator by 4, I have to multiply my denominator by 4. Okay? So 4 times 4 is 16. 7 times 4, 7, 14, 21, 28. All right? So my equivalent fraction, 4/7, has the same value of 16/28. All right? Let's do 3/5 equals 3/5 has the same value of what? 25ths. Now, I know my 5s. 5 times 5 is 25. So if I multiplied my denominator by 5, I need to multiply my numerator by 5. 3 times 5 is 15. So 3/5 has the same value of 15/25. All right. I know this is new. I know you haven't done it. Practice it. Watch this again. Look at the examples. Ask me if you have questions. I will be happy to help, okay? I'm going to put this out there. You guys can go back and look at it again and again and again. Rule of thumb, when finding equivalent fractions, what you do to the numerator, you do to the denominator. That's how you can figure it out. To find your missing number, you can divide. All right? Your one fraction divided, figure out what they multiply to get that, and you do it at the top. All right, friends, I missed you bunches, and I will be going live later. And feel free, look at this again and again until you figure it out. Let me know how you're doing. Love you guys.